The Philippines, a vibrant nation made up of more than 7,000 islands, sits at a crossroads of history and geography. Its unique position in Southeast Asia has always made it a place of rich culture and diversity. But today, it finds itself in the global spotlight for a very different reason. The country is now at the very heart of a high-stakes global power struggle, drawing the attention of the world's most influential nations. The United States and China, two superpowers with competing interests and visions for the future, are both determined to expand their influence here. Their rivalry is intensifying, and the Philippines is right in the middle of this geopolitical chessboard. This competition isn't just about politics or military might. It's unfolding in the waters, affecting the nation's economy, security, and even the daily lives of ordinary Filipinos. Every move made by these giants sends ripples through the region. The Philippines is caught in a delicate balancing act, trying to protect its sovereignty while navigating between these powerful neighbors as tensions continue to rise. This is about much more than a territorial dispute. It's a struggle over the rules and values that will define the future world order, and the outcome will have far-reaching consequences. What happens here will set a powerful precedent for how smaller nations can assert their rights and navigate relationships with much larger, more powerful countries. To truly understand the stakes, we need to explore the Philippines' strategic geography, its complex history with both the US and China, and the economic forces pulling it in different directions. The decisions made in the coming years will not only shape the destiny of over 100 million Filipinos, but also influence the balance of power across the globe for generations to come. The Philippines sits at a strategic crossroads, a unique position that has shaped its destiny for centuries. Nestled between the vast Pacific Ocean and the resource-rich South China Sea, the country forms a natural bridge between East and Southeast Asia. Its location makes it a vital gateway for global shipping and military movement, with thousands of vessels passing through its waters every year, carrying goods, energy, and people across continents. The Luzon Strait and other narrow channels are critical arteries for both commercial and naval fleets, serving as lifelines for international trade and strategic military operations. For the United States, access to the Philippines means the ability to project power and maintain a presence across the vast expanse of Asia, ensuring the security of allies and the free flow of commerce. For China, the Philippine Islands represent a formidable barrier, one that must be navigated or overcome to achieve regional dominance and secure its own maritime interests. This isn't a new story. Centuries ago, colonial powers like Spain and the United States recognized the Philippines' strategic value, using it as a hub for trade, military bases, and influence throughout the region. Today, the stakes are even higher as both Washington and Beijing compete for influence, forging alliances, and making strategic investments to sway the balance of power. Control over these vital sea lanes means control over the flow of trade, access to valuable resources, and the ability to shape security dynamics across all of Asia. The archipelago's complex geography, over 7,000 islands, makes it the centerpiece of a high-stakes contest, where every channel and strait can tip the balance. That's why, today more than ever, the world's eyes are fixed on the Philippines, watching closely as history unfolds at this crossroads of the world. The South China Sea, west of the Philippines, is a global economic artery. One-third of world shipping passes through, carrying oil, goods, and resources. Disruption here would shake the global supply chain and economies everywhere. The sea is rich in oil, gas, and fish, resources that fuel competition and conflict. China claims almost the entire sea, clashing with the Philippines and others. In 2016, an international tribunal sided with the Philippines, but China rejected the ruling. The US isn't after territory. It wants to keep these waters open for all. Freedom of navigation is a core American interest, challenging China's expansive claims. This fundamental disagreement makes the South China Sea a flashpoint for global tensions. The battle here is about who sets the rules for the world's most important waters. The US-Philippines relationship is rooted in over a century of shared history, marked by moments of both cooperation and challenge. From the very beginning, the two nations have been intertwined in ways that continue to shape their destinies. After the Spanish-American War in 1898, the Philippines became a U.S. territory, a turning point that deeply influenced its political landscape, educational system, and even its national identity. American influence introduced new institutions, values, and a lasting connection between the peoples of both countries. When the Philippines gained independence in 1946, the bond between the two nations didn't simply dissolve. English remained an official language, and millions of Filipinos have since built lives and families in America, strengthening cultural and personal ties across the Pacific. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty formalized a promise. Both nations would stand together in the face of external threats, forging a security partnership that has lasted for generations. For decades, U.S. military bases in the Philippines anchored American power in Asia, serving as a strategic hub. Even after the bases closed, joint military exercises and training have kept the partnership strong and relevant. As China's influence and pressure in the region have grown, the U.S. has renewed its commitment to the Philippines, providing military aid, advanced training, and access to key bases under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. Today, the alliance is central to America's Indo-Pacific strategy. U.S. Navy ships patrol the South China Sea, and high-level diplomatic meetings send a clear message to China. Any aggression could trigger a united response. For the Philippines, this security guarantee is more than symbolic. It's a vital shield against external threats, providing reassurance in an increasingly uncertain region. The relationship faces new tests as global politics shift, but the alliance endures, adapting to new realities and emerging challenges. It's a partnership shaped by a complex history, but ultimately defined by the shared challenges and opportunities of today's world. The U.S. remains the Philippines' most powerful and reliable security partner, offering support in times of crisis and cooperation in times of peace. In a region where tensions run high and the balance of power is fragile, the U.S.-Philippines alliance stands as a cornerstone of stability, shaping the future of the Indo-Pacific for generations to come. China's influence comes from proximity and economic power. As the Philippines' largest trading partner, China offers investment, jobs, and infrastructure through the Belt and Road Initiative. Beijing promises prosperity, but also wields economic leverage to sway Manila's decisions. At sea, China has built military outposts on disputed reefs, using its coast guard to intimidate Filipino fishermen and block supply missions. This carrot-and-stick approach puts the Philippines in a bind. Economic opportunity on one side, territorial threats on the other. Alienating China risks economic pain. Resisting means facing aggression in the South China Sea. China's goal: draw the Philippines closer, weaken U.S. ties, and cement its dominance in the region. The pressure is constant, and the stakes are high. The Philippines must weigh every move carefully. The Philippines walks a tightrope between the U.S. and China. Breaking with the U.S. would mean losing its security shield. Rejecting China would hurt its economy. Each administration shifts the balance. Some lean toward Washington, others court Beijing for investment. Domestic politics and leaders' worldviews shape foreign policy, creating uncertainty for both superpowers. The Philippines wants independence, not to be a pawn. It seeks to engage China economically while defending its sovereignty at sea. With the U.S., it wants partnership, not dependence. Every decision is a calculated move in a high-stakes game for survival. For many Filipinos, this power struggle is personal. Fishermen face Chinese patrols, losing access to traditional waters and their livelihoods. The conflict isn't just about maps, it's about survival, dignity, and national pride. Increased military presence brings both economic benefits and fears of conflict. Communities near bases debate the risks and rewards of foreign troops. The nation is divided. Some want to stand up to China with U.S. help, others prefer pragmatism to avoid conflict. These debates shape politics, families, and the country's future. The struggle between giants is felt in every corner of Filipino life. The choices made will echo for generations. The economic battle is as fierce as the military one. China uses trade and investment as leverage, rewarding friends, punishing critics. A pro-China policy brings loans and tourists. Defiance can mean sudden trade bans or travel advisories. The US remains a key investor, especially in business outsourcing, and millions of Filipinos rely on remittances from America. Washington offers aid and promotes a rule-based economic model, contrasting with China's rapid, sometimes risky investments. The Philippines must choose between China's scale and speed and the US's stability and transparency. Every trade deal is a test of loyalty and strategy. The economic tug-of-war shapes the nation's path. The Philippines' future remains uncertain as US-China rivalry intensifies. China will keep pressing its claims and using economic power to pull Manila closer. The US will deepen security ties and test its defense commitments. The real uncertainty lies in the Philippines' own choices. Future leaders must balance security, economics, and sovereignty. The country could continue balancing, pick a side, or seek new alliances with other regional powers. The risk of miscalculation is high. A minor incident could spark a crisis. For Filipinos, the hope is for diplomacy and respect for international law to prevail. The fate of this archipelago will help define the 21st century. The world is watching, hoping for a peaceful outcome. The Philippines stands at the crossroads of history.